We are on part 3 of the vlog update, right? But we're in the lessons. And so to continue on with that video, be grateful for the time that those folks were with you. That's the best way I can tell you need to put it. And always be prepared for turnover, right? Any job is always taking applications. They're always usually interviewing and so forth. So you kind of always have to be doing that too. And they'll teach you about team building and then this, that, and other. I always have somebody, that you are working with. And then that'll help you with attrition and turnover. Because that happens, and again, I get asked a lot of questions that I'm pretty sure I would not get asked if I was a man or, somebody else, etc. and so forth. So it's really interesting, right? But I will say this. So be grateful for the time they're with you. Also, learn to be okay with growing your team too. So I'm big about making sure my team grows. I want them to grow, and I love if they want to stay with me and continue to build this and other. But I also love when my team grows and they're out there doing their own thing, whatever it may be that their next journey and so forth. So, or people I used to work with. My co-workers, my co-leaders, because that's what I call them, right? Because they're leaders too in their own right. And so I love seeing them do their thing too, like once they leave, so, and then also, because everything, and like I said, I'm very transparent and authentic and real, and not all people leave well, right? But still wish them well, because that's your karma. I believe in karma. You may not, but I do. They're sowing their karma. You sow your karma always. Always sow good karma for yourself, and let, them sow their karma, but always wish them well. You don't have, especially when you're building, you don't have time for negative things. Negativity takes a lot from you. You do have to address things, try to address them quickly, try to handle things quickly, and move on. That's all I can tell you. And a lot of things I'll say, let all transitions happen in peace, love, happiness, joy, abundance, and with no drama. So I really speak against it a lot, guys, all the time, because I'm always dealing with people. So, and let things get resolved quickly, easily, and efficiently, because things are going to come up. Life happens, right? So it doesn't like it bypasses you or anything. So it's weird when certain things get asked. I'm like, really? Like, am I supposed to answer that? Maybe, and I may start answering things a little differently. Because I remember watching an interview one day, and it was one of the senators that's part of the, I don't remember what they call themselves, but and I remember she was in the interview, and she literally said, if I was a man, would you ask me that question? And I was just like, I'll be feeling that way about certain stuff sometimes. I'm like, I don't know. Then I absolutely know that they wouldn't, because it wouldn't even come up on you to think that, if that was the case. So you'll probably see how, your girl's been traveling. This is a vlog I just decided to do. So this, no makeup, hair is whatever. We going with it, because this is authentic, real, raw. Okay, giving you guys the tips. Go with the terms. There's another thing. So that's another lesson. Go with the terms. Go with the terms. It's going to be twists, it's going to be turns, it's going to be ups, it's going to be downs, it's going to be all type of things. Go with them. Always be willing to learn. Always be willing to learn. I cannot stress that enough. You never will know it all. And as soon as you think you know it all, you probably going to learn a hard lesson. Is what you're going to learn. You never know it all. Always be willing to learn. Always know that you are always a learner in life. I think on one of my social medias, I don't have a lot of titles or anything on my social media, because I just don't do that. But one of them I do have, I'm a master student, not a master teacher. because you're always a student. Life is like, you are here to learn. Life, period. Before we even talk about business or anything, like your life is you learning. Like that's the whole reason why you're in life, is to learn, guys. So the whole reason why you're here, you know, whatever you believe in, God, etc., 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 the reason why you are here is to learn, to experience, to grow, to love, this and that. So always remember that. Ask questions. If you don't know, ask questions. Find the person to ask questions for. Hopefully, as you grow, your folks around you will grow too, and they'll become, you know, you'll start realizing you'll be around different height levels. You'll be around a different group of people. If you know certain terminology, I try to stay away from because it really messes with our psyche really bad. And so I try to stay away from certain things. Because once you start working with people on a regular basis, you become almost a mini psychologist, just to be honest, guys. And so you probably gonna have some psychology friends. You're gonna ask a lot of questions because you're looking at human behavior now, and you're just studying a lot of different things. Is what ends up happening. But you know, always ask questions. It's very important that you do that when you don't understand things. And so hopefully you have people as you grow, the people around you that you can call and ask questions of, because they've been through that. They're there. They're maybe be getting ready to retire. They've already are a multi-millionaire, already have 18 properties, whatever it may be, you know, that you're going for. And if you're on that path, normally those people will find you, is what you'll realize. They will come to you, and then you'll realize this is a person that you can call on when you need, or you can get advice from, or these are things that you do. And so what I've noticed, especially in my life, is that usually I'm ahead of the curve. And then things like where I was, for example, the pandemic moved everybody into virtual world. Okay. I was in a virtual world in 2003. I went back into the office for a little bit, and then ended up moving to where I am now, and then ended up going back to a virtual world right before I decided to leave my job 8 years ago. But I was in that virtual world maybe for 2.5 years. So that's my world. And so once I left my job, I stayed in the virtual world. I never went back into anybody's office. That was one of my big things, was like, I don't want to go back in the office space. Doesn't mean I won't build an office. Don't mean I won't own an office. Doesn't mean I won't have a team. I just said I didn't want that life anymore. So, and not to say I wouldn't go back there or whatever, you know, as I build and as things happens. But, it, you know, again, my whole thing was building a legacy and building a team. Me being the CEO. I'm pretty sure the CEO of Walmart's not at work, you know. So just think about it that way. So what is your goals? What are you working to get to? Is it, and some people are like, well, is it realistic? Of course it is. You know, so study CEO, study, like I said back earlier when I talked about time management, when I knew that, hey, this is how my brain works, this is who I am, learning yourself, that's a lesson. Oh my God. Learn yourself, learn your skill set. It is so many tests you can take. It is many, like beyond personality tests, that you can begin to understand what your skills are, who you are, was it is it Fact Finders? I think I'm saying it wrong. OMG, I was going to get that book the other day for somebody, but I gotta look it up and I'll type it below. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's the Finders book. But that's a really good skill book that will kind of show you your strengths. The places I thought I was weak in, I was really strong in. And that book was one of the first books that identified I was really strong in that. And then they have another one that's out now, and I'll drop 2 of them below that I think are really good for you to read. But you can go even deeper if you dare to really learn your skill set and your makeup. But that's going to help you to map out what your goals should be, where you could be aligned. You could definitely change and this, that, and other, but it will help you to be in alignment with who you are, which is going to help you then to hit success. Also, define success for yourself. Okay. So one thing I would say is that everybody has different definitions of success. Some people's success is living in an RV, living off the land. That is very successful to me, because guess what? You know how to make it no matter what. Okay? If you can live in an RV and you know how to live off the land, no matter what happens, whatever banks close, whatever shuts down, you are going to be good. Some people may not see this as success, but I get it. That's successful. Okay? That may be successful for you. You may want to have a farm. You know, that may be your success for you. You may want to be a company, a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. That may be your success. You may want to build a company from the ground up that employs 100 plus people. That may be your success. You may want to be a politician. That is your success. Everybody's definition of success is so different. And so allow people to have their definition of success and wish them the success in the area they want to be. And then you figure out what your definition of success is. And then once you figure that out, it's okay if it changes. You've heard my journey about how I went to different areas and how my businesses have transitioned. I'm telling you, I'm not done building and so forth. And now I'm in the nonprofit world, where I started off in the for-profit world, but love the nonprofit world too. So understand what your success is for you and then go that route, right? And that'll help you also to define, okay, this is out of alignment for me. This doesn't go this way. But if you notice, everything is still in my wheelhouse. So get very clear on that. And if you don't know, try things. You are here to learn. Let me say that again. You are here to learn. So don't worry about what nobody else is saying. Try things. And then you'll usually figure out which route to go. I think I said learn yourself, define success. I'm going to drop in the comments some things to learn yourself. So this is my recommended books. It's usually when I used to do my videos, I always recommend a book. And so one of my books I would say that is good for you to live by and just in life in general is Four Agreements. Four Agreements is a book I recommend for everybody. So you will understand those four agreements and live by that. That will help you a lot. Just with the different transitions and journeys you'll go through. And of course, I'm still learning. If I'm telling you about learning constantly, I'm still learning. So these are just lessons I've learned over the 8 years. If you've been following my journey, you know where I'm at, what I'm doing, how things are happening and so forth. And I'm telling you, I am in the thick of it. So this is a marathon. This is not a sprint, guys, for me. And so it's still a lot of levels I need to hit and do and grow in and so forth, that I'm learning and growing and this and that. And speaking of that, give yourself grace. A lot of people will not give you grace. A lot of people are going to, doubt you. They're going to say whatever, trust me, all of it. Okay. All of it. But give yourself grace and understand what you are building and what you are working towards, and stay on your path. Because that person is not you. Everybody is unique. Everybody's path is unique. I need you to do what you do so I can do what I do. That is so critical and so important to the whole, where some people don't even get that, don't understand that. Some people are on deeper levels to understand that whole makeup and how we're all connected no matter what. So I need you to do what you do so I can be capable of doing what I do. So that is really important. So remember that as well. I just forgot, give yourself grace, give yourself time. Take time to rest. Guys, rest is extremely important. And I'm so happy so many people are talking about this. You have to have at least 8 hours of sleep. If you're not able to get 8 hours of sleep in, you need to figure out what you need to let go of. I'm just going to be honest. It should not take you 24 hours a day to build something successful. It does not take all that, guys. It takes consistency. It takes focus. But it does not take 24 hours of your day to build something successful. So it's just like you at work. You may start off your company where you are working those 8 hours a day. Or sometimes you have long days, of course. Just like if you work overtime at work. But that should not be every day. So you got to figure out, okay, where I'm not efficient in, what I'm not getting automation, getting a team, getting policies, whatever you need to do is something that is off. So remember that. And when you do find yourself off, get back on track, because it happens. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed these tips, guys. I hope you enjoyed this update. I plan on coming on to you maybe a year or so, every year, or maybe when I just feel like it randomly. I'll try to do at least once a year at a minimum, because it's been, oh my God, some years. And I forgot all about this channel. So hopefully you enjoyed this update. I am going to drop my new YouTube channel below for anybody who wants to find my new YouTube channel. I'm not on social media, so you won't get much updates, but you can go watch the old stuff. And that kind of leads you to some things that I'm doing and so forth. But I hope all is well with you and yours. I hope you enjoyed these updates. Hopefully this helps somebody. You can share these out. Sorry for the plain face, no makeup, no things, you know. Hey, it is what it is. I'm your authentic, uniquely Ronique girl. So you know how it goes with me. You get me as I'm coming, okay? Okay, you gonna get me as I'm coming, okay? But you know, I still have the same energy, just a little older. You know, it is what it is. So that is hype. This is toned down a lot, but still got the energy, still got the same soul, still the same Ronique. So hope you enjoyed this update. Your girl has been busy, as you can see. Got a lot of great things going on. I continue on, but still got a lot of goals I want to hit. Not a lot of goals, but got some goals I want to hit. So that's what I'll say. Because, honey, your girl is not about working her whole entire life. Not at all. I'm not about that life, okay? So let's correct that right now. But still some things to hit. So I'm not done working right now, is what we'll say. But I hope you enjoyed this update, and I hope you're having a blessed time, blessed day. Whenever you watch this, whether it's the morning, evening, or night. I'm sorry we had to do 3 videos because I'm not quite sure I'm able to upload this video because we're at 17 minutes. But I wanted to get that in, and I wanted to make sure I came to you guys with an update.